Hello, my name is Delicia and I'm with Snap App Studio. And today I'm presenting the Bloom Financial Wellness application. I am very excited to present this app to you because it is quite feature rich. And I think you will agree with me once you see everything that this app offers to you. We're currently on the welcome page. We're going to go to the create an account page because if you haven't signed up already, this is where you would begin, and you would need your license key that you would obtain once you subscribe. But you may want to know what All Bloom can do. Now, I say what All Bloom can do. This is only a snippet of what Bloom can do, but it gives you an idea. So you can view the video is less than a minute. It's 55 seconds long. You can expand it to see it better. You can pause it to read the information on the screen there. And of course, you would need to expand it to see that. And once you're ready, you would just continue on and watch the remainder of the video. But once you've made a decision that you'd like to subscribe, these are our plans. So we have the founding member monthly plan for $14.99. But the first 100 members to subscribe to the monthly plan get 47% off with this code. So that's 47% off for the lifetime of your subscription. So as long as you're a subscriber, a monthly subscriber, you'll receive 47% off of this rate. And you can start with a free trial, a 7-day trial. We also have it written down here, 7 days. So you can test it out and see how you like it. We have the annual plan for $119.99 per year. That's at a 33% savings, and it also comes with a 7-day trial. Now, we also have the lifetime access plan. It's available to the first 50 buyers of this plan. It's a one-time payment of $249.99, and you have access to the app, all the updates, support, everything for life. But again, it's limited to the first 50 buyers. But I want to show you the app, so let me sign in so you can see how wonderful, truly wonderful this app is. A lot of thought went into this, and once you see it, I think you will agree. So, this is the dashboard, and it begins with a daily affirmation related to financial wellness. If you'd like to change the affirmation, you can do so anytime by just clicking new, and it'll give you a new affirmation. You need to enter your name. So I'm going to enter my name here and save. You can always edit if you need to. If you make an error and you want to change anything, you can edit your name. We're in the month of March, but you can select any month that you like. You can view your dashboard by month or by paycheck, and all of this information will populate once we enter some data. But we have the view budget button here, annual report here, and AI insights here. I'll get into these in just a moment. We're going to start with view budget, but I'm going to use the menu to the left. And of course, we're in March, so I'm going to keep the budget in March. We're going to start by adding in some income. And I'm going to say ABC company. I'm going to add it per paycheck to show you something. So let's just put some income in here. And it is your take home pay here. So I wanted to point that out. It's not gross, it's take home. And every 2 weeks is the frequency. And it shows you here by paycheck as well as by month. Salary, but it can be freelance, it can be rental income, it can be side hustle, anything that you like to track. And is it recurring? We're going to say yes. If it's freelance, it may not be. You may have a one-off payment, and you can definitely select that. And if you do, you can add it to a particular month. But we're going to say recurring, so it'll add this income to every month, and we will not have to add it to individual months. And what I want to show you is you add it by paycheck, it's still going to show you here by month. And it shows you it's recurring. You entered it by paycheck, and this is what you have for the month of March. Okay, so your expenses here, you'll add an expense. Let's say we're going to add a mortgage payment. I'm going to say it's $1,400 a month, and it shows you a breakdown here if you wanted to see it by paycheck. We're going to put it in the housing category, and let's say it's due on the 15th of March. But you can also use the calendar feature there too to enter that. Or you can change, the month here. If you'd like to place this expense in a different month. But we're in the month of March, so we're going to leave it like that. And I'm going to add a few more expenses. Let's do an electric bill. And let's say it's $114. So utility category. And we'll say that's due on the 16th. I'm going to add that in. So you see we have that. And we'll add one more. We'll say water. And it's $89. Still a utility. We'll say that's due on the 19th. And so we have our income entered. We have some of our expenses entered. And you see how quickly I was able to put that information in, right? And it shows you here how much you have remaining for the month. We're going to move on to the next tab, which is bills and reminders. And we're going to add a bill here. This is another area that you can add a bill. And I'm going to put in something like Canva, $20, due on the 10th of the month. And that's a subscription. The payee is still Canva. Sometimes within a company, it can be a different payee. You can add an account number if you like. Is this on auto pay? Yes. And we're deducting from our debit card. If you'd like a reminder, you can set a reminder up to 7 days, between 1 and 7 days, I'll say. And you can also put notes in here. And we're going to add the bill. Now, if you'll notice, it didn't populate in the budget yet because it's up to you how you want this to populate. So it's showing what you have remaining to be paid from the bills that you've entered. We're going to click add to budget here. And yes, this is going to recur every month. And we go back to our budget and we see it's added here. And if you need to remove it at any time, you can remove it with that button there that popped up. Okay. So you see on the bill calendar here, it shows you that you have the one bill due on the 10th in the amount of $20. But as you add more bills, it'll show you how much you have due on various days. It also alerts you to overdue bills. And all your auto pay bills will be listed here at the bottom. So you'll be able to track everything that you have on auto pay. Once you pay a bill, you can also come in and check the box that is paid, and it'll move from what you have to pay, left to pay there, to paid here. So that's a really, really nice feature. And you can always edit. So we're going to move on to our self-care budget, because self-care is very, very important. and we explain why self-care is important and why you need to budget for your self-care. We have auto-populated ideas here. So let's say we're going to do skincare and we're going to budget $50 for skincare. And gym membership, let's say $28. And let's see what else. We're going to go and get a facial done, and that's $145. Okay, so that's our self-care. But you can, if you don't have it here, that's okay. You can always click the button up top and add whatever you like. And it shows up here, and it's been auto added to your budget. So you see it down here. Okay. So we're going to continue on to debt payoff. Really love this section. It shows you different strategies for paying debt. So let's add a debt. Let's say, I don't know, let's Progressive Company. And it's a credit card. And the balance we'll say is $2,100. We'll add 5%. And the minimum payment is normally is pretty low. We're going to say it's $25, and we've already paid $100. So we're going to add that in there, and you'll see that we have this bar that pops up with Progressive Company. You see the APR, the minimum payment, how much your balance was, how much you've paid. So you've paid 5% of your balance, and anytime you'd like to make a payment, or you make a payment and you want to track it, you just come in here and add that payment, and it will record it and also show you your progress. You can always edit if you need to make any changes. You can edit there. But if, let's say you'd like to know about some of these strategies, so let's click the snowball for AI insights. And it also provides brief descriptions of each strategy, but this is going to give you more detailed in AI insights. But while that's populating, you can see that we have understanding consumer credit to give you basic information about your credit and actions you can take to monitor and keep your credit healthy. As you can see, for the debt snowball strategy, it is quite detailed. The information that it provides, and you can clear that out, and you can look at another if you like. We're going to move on to savings. So this is the savings tab, and we're going to set a goal. Let's say we want to save for a boat, and we're going to use, I'm going to say a high yield savings. That's what we're going to use. And the target for the boat that we're trying to reach, and I don't know about boats, so forgive me if this is too low. We're going to say 15,000, and we currently have 2,000 saved with a monthly contribution of $200. And we're going to select yes to deduct this from the budget. So we're going to leave it. And you can always change it here as well. But you see it has a progress bar here to show you where you are, $200 a month, your savings vehicle there. If you make another payment, you just come in here and you can add it right there to track everything. All right. And it shows you all that you have saved right here. We have a savings calculator that is a very useful tool. We also have different savings types, and you can again tap the button to get AI insights on the savings types, and it'll give you more detailed information, but we have brief descriptions for each one there. Retirement, we have that separated out because it is very important, and we want to keep it separate from other types of savings vehicles because, as you can see, there's many types of retirement savings there. And we're going to say, let's say we have 100,000 saved currently, and we're putting 250 a month in. And I'm going to change this to, let's say, 15 years. And it'll show you your projected balance at retirement there based on the information that you put in there. We can always reset that. But let's say you have an account. We're going to say, let's say a 401k. And the provider is Mutual of America. And your current balance is 125,000 with a monthly contribution of 200 with 100% employer match. Do you want this deduction to be taken from the budget? It's preset to no because many times retirement deductions are removed pre-tax. So since we enter our net income, our take home, I'm going to leave this as no. But you can track it here. You can come in here and, edit here to add in, your balance, because you can always add to your balance from here. And if you're interested in learning about various savings vehicles for retirement, you can just come in here and read the brief description or tap for AI insights. But I'm not going to wait for it because I don't want to prolong this video too much, because again, it's a lot of features to show. So for kids, tracking their activities and childcare, you need to add your child. So let's say Kira, age 15. You can put their school in, but for sake of time, I'm not going to do that. Noah, age 5. And let's say that Kira is in cheerleading. And because we've set up our children's profiles, we can select from the drop-down menu which child pertains to this activity, where the activity falls. You can put cheerleading under sports or gymnastics. I think it could fit either one. And let's say that they practice Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 to 5 p.m. And you have to pay monthly dues. I'm just going to put this in for the sake of this demonstration of $45. You can add this to the budget and you can add it for whatever month. So I'm going to add it to the current month. You can always edit here. And let's say you want to put in your child's childcare. So we're going to say ABC childcare. And this is a daycare center. It's for Noah. And you can put in the daycare center's, let's say Miss Smith, the contact there, phone number. You can put an email, you can put the address, you can put the schedule, you can put the monthly cost. Let's say it's $380 a month. You can put closure dates that you know of. And if this is recurring, you can select yes. You can add notes regarding the provider. And you see it's been auto added to the budget because you selected the recurring there. You can always edit. And that's the child section. We have a little dashboard here, 2 children, various activities, how much we're spending a month. Then we can move on to gift planning because we give out gifts throughout the year and we should track that as part of our budget. So let's say we're going to say Tony anniversary gift. Anniversary is, let's say, May 15th. And we've budgeted $100, and you can put any ideas you have there, depending on, whatever, let's say fishing rod. Add that in. You can add it to the budget if you like. And we're going to add it for the month of, when did I say? May, I think is what I said there. You can edit or delete, and you can add as many as you like. Vacations. A vacation planner is important. If you need to set up savings, you click here and it'll take you back to set up a savings goal. But let's say you want to plan your trip. This is really basic information of where you want to go. We'll say Mexico, and we'll want to go July 4th. I keep wanting to leave out one of the twos in 2026. And we're going to stay there until we're going to take a long one, the 15th. And you can say if your dreaming planning is booked or completed. We're going to say planning, and the budget for this trip is $8,000. That's what we're planning to spend for this trip. And you'll see it populates here with the budget and how much you spent already. Let's say we've booked the trip and we had to put $1,000 down. We can update here that we've already spent $1,000 of this $8,000 budget. If you need travel planning assistance, there's assistance available here, as well as a planning checklist here. Home repairs. You can add home repairs in here. We're going to say wall repair. We're going to say it's $50. And we're going to add it in for March the 14th. And we're going to say handyman Jake. And you can put in his phone number and email. And you can say add it to the budget. We're going to add it. We're going to pay it this month when he does the work. There's tips for selecting a vendor and what to do if you have any issues with your contractor. We have our grocery list here. We're going to do a little quick list here. But if you wanted to print the list, you can print the list. You can email it. Let's say your spouse is grocery shopping. You can email it. You can do a reset here, and it'll clear the list. And at the bottom, you can even log your receipts. So you can track your grocery spending and, see where you can make adjustments and really, really track that information. We have our medical, and I am running out of time. I told you it was very feature rich. I may have to do a second video because for this recording, I only have 25 minutes and I'm down to less than a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this video as part 1, and I'm going to continue in part 2 because I really don't want to rush through these last sections. But as I told you, I can't stress enough, there are many, many features with this app. So please join me for part 2 to see the rest of the features.